John Fitch went back. He forgot something.
What's that?
Down's going to be a lot harder than up. Always is. Oh, we're being filmed, so now's the time for fishes and guiles. Are you filming the new Hollywood blockbuster?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Dean.
Morning.
You want to pick?
What is it?
It's a piece of black pottery.
Black pottery. Wow. Great. Thank you.
Well,
Here's one.
awesome.
Did you get anything?
One little piece of pottery.
So, right. And this right here, this circular ring is the hearth. That's their little cooking area. And Carl right now is working on trying to extract two beams that we have here that are probably roof fall. So we're carefully etching away at them, trying to isolate them all by themselves so we can take them.
And they're very charred and also very rotted, the parts that aren't charred.
Parts of the fire, do you think? It could be either, but my guess would be a roof beam. The little hole here, we're not sure about exactly what purpose it serves. It's either a storage cyst with some space underneath, or it's another post hole. So.
And then there's a center part that was burned out. And this is going to take some very careful drying out, and if we can remove rock, ash,
So would they have had the holes in the ground as a defensive?
And you talk about droughts. If you look at the overall tree ring record between AD 400 and 600, it must have been just god awful. 3 times worse than anything we've seen in the last century.
But the spring would still have been running?
Don't know.
Don't know.
I mean, that's 200 years of that kind of drought might even have affected that spring.
That showed the cross section.
That's Smokey on red on brown over by the hearth, right on the floor. And that particular piece looks black on red, but in fact the black was originally brown and it got burned severely. And the red is the red paint. And then over by this feature that we think is probably a post hole, we have a small sherd of northern whiteware that is probably part of a San Marcial black on white vessel.
So they were both here.
The both ceramic types are here in some quantity, and yet one is very much a northern production, one's a southern production. Adobe, that's roof adobe that came in from when the roof burned, probably at the time of abandonment, because it's right down on the floor. There's no fill between it and the fall and the floor. So we put that aluminum foil there.
Roy and Jane, do you want to hang out here for a while? Let's see, we've got a piece about to come out. So. Yeah, I think you've got to. This is where the action is right now. I'm going to march on ahead to my unit. And they'll point you how to get there.
All right. That's very cool. It only took me 3 years to get to this point.
You can see underneath here where it's been, the center of the beam has been burned out, but we have that outer ring. And if we're really fortunate, there'll be enough of that outer ring going into the interior to place it into a sequence. And then the outer ring would give us a cutting date when that beam was actually cut, which would be very nice. Sorry.
See you, son. Way down there. Did you say there's trouble with tree ring dating right now, for this period?
Well, we just don't find the beams. The Pueblo rooms above here, the beams were either robbed or they rotted out. The beams that we do find tend to be juniper, which grows too erratically for adequate tree ring dating. And then when we do find ponderosa or pinon in those rare occasions, they've either been an insufficient number of rings in the sample, or they've been rotted, or they've been from complacent trees.
Complacent trees.
Complacent trees. You've heard of complacent cows.
Contented cows.
Contented cows, sort of the same thing. Complacent trees are trees with their roots in water. So they don't react to the environmental stresses. And as a result, the tree ring record doesn't reflect the changes in environment.
They're weak and soft.
That's it. That's it.
All right. But it's actually, I guess it was, I misunderstood. It was, of course, the carbon dating that had the problem. That has
right.
It. Carbon dating doesn't work so well.
Yeah, particularly in the 1000s. For this period, carbon dating is going to work probably reasonably well. But in that period, about 1100, when everything's changing and Chaco is losing its grip, Mimbres is starting to change. That's when all the hydrocarbons are in the atmosphere, and the plants are absorbing the hydrocarbons just as they are, at the same time they are losing their other carbon. And so what it does is gives you this wide range of for a radiocarbon date. Instead of plus or minus 20 or 30 years, it's plus or minus 50 or 60 years, which all of a sudden you're looking at a 100-year range, and well, we knew that from the pottery.
That's in there. This goes down a couple
Yeah,
inches.
it's down there. That's purposely in there.
Okay.
So what's the light a hole?
Well, they obviously put that hole in there at some point. Somebody was probably doing something they weren't supposed to.
Yeah. Now, how many have you found intact like this here?
This is the second one, other than the little seed jar from the Montoya site, I believe.
Well, you're talking about intact, or how many floor pots have we found like this?
No.
Intact, I thought.
No, absolutely intact. Probably. This is about as close as it gets.
Yeah.
Along the stone, should I follow
Go ahead.
that?
See if you can pull that stone out.
A little. It's like over
It's moving
here.
the
No.
whole thing.
Don't pull it out then. Just go on top of it where you can there. I don't want to uncut that hearth too much. And just bag all that stuff that's got ash in it.
Do you want this stuff up here that way, or?
Yeah, that's fine.
Around it, so I
Yeah.
slowed down because I thought maybe there's something else.
I'm going to send you guys on a mission. I want you to go to, one of you to go to headquarters.
He he got several pictures of it, and I had it at they're at level 6, and they're on the floor.
And then this east wall needs to be cleaned up a bit.
I'm gonna
There's
get a
some more
profile.
pottery in the wall.
Well,
Is the
those,
problem, Carl.
is there?
Right here, there's a,
Yeah,
pottery
and
over
that, in fact, that's how we got
actually, it
down
looks
to
like
this.
it's about
That
that.
You're going to have to hold the screen and the tape for Midge so she'll know where the box is.
Well, I
So
don't have 'em.
profile is the drawing, of this pot. Is that what the word means?
Profile is the
Profile is a drawing of that wall over there.
Oh, the wall.
Yeah, from there.
Oh, we're not drawing the pot.
Yeah, you're drawing the pot now.
That's
But
the plan
whenever
view.
you get through,
That's
and
the plan view. And then the
Yes.
profile is the side view.
profile, you're going to get a
Especially if it's a cream. Yeah, on the front. We're putting it on the front.
This is probably more like 80, I'm guessing.
They were started at 0.54.
Okay, let's see,
and about
there's 40 centimeters.
0.83. It depends on.
So it's actually 30
About
centimeters.
15 centimeters maybe?
They started
About
at
14
5
centimeters.
5
13
4.
centimeters.
Yeah, it's 3 centimeters.